Back to Summit Sunrise. One of my favorite guests of all times is here, Jimbo from Precision Ski and Golf. And whenever Jimbo's in the studio, he always brings fun little gadgets for us, and I always learn something new. And so today, Jimbo, you have brought some different kinds of clubs that I don't necessarily recognize. So what did you bring with you today?
Well, over the weeks we've talked about grips and shafts, and last week we talked about golf clubs and how they're really controlled by the USGA, how much a golf club head weighs. Can shape it a little bit differently, but the reality is they look pretty much the same.
Right.
Irons and woods. Until you get to putters. Putters are controlled a little bit less and have evolved immensely over the years. From here's a putter. I don't know if I can put this up where you can kind of see what it is.
Yeah, okay, so now this I recognize.
Yeah, this is actually, even Tiger refers to his putter as the flat stick.
Okay.
Because this is what a putter was basically like. It was a piece of brass or steel. And you can see there's not much going on there. And it's very, very flat. This one has an old piece of wood in it, I think, for the stick part.
Right.
But this is what golfers used to putt with, and some still do. A lot of people like sort of a minimalist approach to putting, but putting has evolved. From here's the head called a flat stick into putters that are flat. Somewhat, but they have some things going on here to align the ball, with the hole to help you think about what you're doing. Some even have inserts in them here that you can see when you strike the ball, you get a somewhat different reaction. Maybe some feel a little softer, some feel a little crisper. And, all of these things are done to help the golfer get engaged in what he's doing, the task at hand,
right,
which is putting.
Okay.
I mean, putting just takes a couple of seconds to putt a ball, but it's the part of the game that golfers can influence the most. If you're a good putter, you can save some great strokes around the green.
Right.
So putters are they vary a lot in that you can see here's sort of an extreme putter.
Right. You brought this in and I had no idea what this was.
Right. This looks like it came off of a satellite somewhere.
Yeah, that or like my 7-year-old nephew's like Star Wars toys. You can see all
the different shapes to it. And there's a lot of, alignment here. There's a lot of color and lines and points and weights that when you pick this up and start to putt with it, if you're thinking, I'm putting, look at this, how this lines up. I feel really good about this.
Right.
That's a great place to be when you're taking a golf stroke. Sometimes, take a look at this one here. The size of this putter is really quite large, the head of it. You can see, and this was round.
You're still putting with this side?
Yes.
And so all of this business over here, which is kind of crazy to look at, this is what's helping you to kind of line up with the hole?
Yep, there. Okay. Well, the lights are kind of bright, but you can see there's a bunch of different little balls on there and alignment marks. And the fact that the putter is so big, sometimes the putter heads are designed to be half the size of the golf hole, so that you're just thinking a little bit more about putting.
Okay.
This putter right here, this is a very, very heavy putter, and it has an insert in it. And let's see if we look at the top, you can see there it's got a whole alignment scheme, some different shapes that emulate little golf balls with an arrow being shot right into the hole.
Okay.
So you can do a lot of things with optically the golf clubs. Here's a golf club head, putter head that's completely black, but for this one little lineup mark in it, it can pick up a golf ball.
Huh.
So you don't have to bend over, which my grandfather told me. He says you always want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then this is a golf ball designed with a mark on it, good for putting. Sometimes you've seen the mark when the pros are putting. You can put this golf ball right into the head, and with a magic marker, put a mark on it.
Oh,
Right
okay.
there. So it gives you the chance to put an alignment on the golf ball to help you putt better.
And so-
Everything designed to help you be a better putter.
And so really the weights on these are a little bit different. Obviously the designs
Very
are really
different,
different.
yeah.
And so to you, what do you feel like is the most valuable thing when it comes to the putter? What are you really looking for? Just that visual cue that kind of appeals to you? That kinda
Exactly.
helps?
It works differently for some people. Some people like, for example, the color red. The color red triggers a certain something in their mind that puts them in a happy spot. And if you're in a happy spot when you putt,
You're going to be
That's a
doing,
good
doing
thing,
some
yeah.
good things. Yeah, you can see right there.
so then, once you have picked out a putting head, a style of a putter that you like, then it's important to get it aligned and fitted to your body.
Right.
Because different people bend over different amounts when they putt. Their arms are different lengths. So you can use something like this, which is nothing more than a plumb bob. And when you're in your putting stance, if you put this string right to the corner of your eye, the pointer at the bottom here should be directly over the ball. If you're inside of the ball or outside of the ball, if you're not lined up correctly, then these parts of the golf club head, the putter head, can be bent a little bit.
Really?
The shafts can be shortened or lengthened to match you up with the golf ball, so that you can be assured of having the best putts to go into the hole, the best opportunities.
So there's so many different ways to customize all of your clubs, really. And so this variety that you brought in, you have these in the shop in Precision?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. So if somebody came in and said, okay, Jimbo, like I need some help picking out, a new putter, you can kind of help them, figure out what might be the most appealing. And then obviously we have, the grips up here too, which we kind of discussed a little bit earlier, but that sounds like it would
Grips
just be...
all feel different. Sometimes they have a little traction, a little grip in their the material that they're made out of. Sometimes it's the fact of their size. Like that is much
Right.
bigger than this grip, for example.
Right.
And these are all things that work with you and your body and the golf ball when you're putting.
And so if someone wants to come in and say, you know what, I just need a complete overhaul with my clubs, when are you guys available?
We're there 5 days a week. Wednesday and Sunday we're closed.
Okay.
Other than that, it's 9 till noon and 3 to 5, 5 days a week.
See, this is what I love about shop owners here in Summit County. So I'm guessing on Wednesdays and Sundays you're golfing, and then
That's a
usually
good, very
around
good guess.
noon you're probably golfing or hiking or biking or something along those lines.
That's why we live here. This is an
It is.
outdoor recreational mecca.
It is, and if you need help with your golf game, if you'd like to improve it, obviously there's so many different ways to customize it, and you can get them all done at Precision Ski and Golf. So definitely stop on in and see Jimbo. And you guys are located where, Jimbo?
We're on Summit Boulevard, directly across from the Walmart complex, in between Christie's Sports and Cammy's Yogurt.
All right, you can't miss it. We're going to take another break here in Summit Sunrise, but more to come, including Watch and Win, so don't go away.